Nope. I don't want to do this. I don't like this topic. So I'm just going to lean into that grandma energy and just start saying shit and then not feeling sorry for it. That's my definition of aging.
Hey, peeps, you have entered the Unstuck Yourself with Crystal Simmons podcast, where I have intentional conversations that raises your awareness, which releases your innate abilities and leads you to purposeful action. You know there's more to life and you're worthy of it, and yet you feel stuck. This is your sign. Unstuck yourself with me, Crystal Simmons, certified coach, corporate facilitator, and dope human being. I'll be here every week. Will you?
All right. Thanks for coming back, peeps. Last week's episode, you heard the second purpose lane with Mike and I. Normally I call him Michael. I don't know why I said Mike. Anywho, he is my dope ass editor, producer, sounds effectser. Yep, that's a word. And myself, we spoke on the Hulu series Imprisoned. We were sharing our personal reflection of a few of the characters, how we process certain real as fuck scenes in the 8 episodes that's in the series, and the healing that takes place. And it mirrors some of our own healing that we're doing currently or that we've done in the past, and being able to bounce ideas and energy off each other. Amazing. We also covered some of the thought-provoking questions, music selection, which Michael took us down a delicious, beautiful rabbit hole, and the dope as fuck vibes. The vibes, y'all. If y'all haven't watched the series, what are you waiting for? Like, what are you doing right now? What's happening? What's going on? You need support? You want my login? You can't have it. If you haven't listened to episode 67, The Purpose Lane, Unprisoned series, the recap, scroll on over there. It's just a couple clicks away. You won't be disappointed. In fact, you'll probably be a little bit upset that you waited so long to watch it, but no judgment, you know what I mean? Your time, your decision, you do what you do. It is now time for a Crystal Town update. Peeps, it's April. And in us finishing the financial literacy month, which I just learned like 6 months ago was April. So I'm not ahead of the game. Some of you probably already knew about it. I am still going strong with my 72-week savings challenge. Yay! Clap, clap, clap. Applause, applause. Thank you guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. This started at the beginning of the year. If you remember, I was nervous. I was doubtful. I was like, who wants to do a savings challenge? Nobody. I was nobody. And look, I'm doing it, guys. I'm doing it. It is my first time committing to something like this. And the first 2 months were okay. It was easy because I just did $50 every pay period. I get paid twice a month. And because I started doing that, and I only put the money aside into the same checking account that I have with all my other checking accounts, I could see the money. And then I got curious. So if you listen to my money series from last year, throw it back, I talked about that. Being able to save money, I could do it. And then I'm like, look at that money over there. It looks lonely. It looks like it wants to be spent, and it wants to be with other monies that are in the store. And that's a real thing. Luckily, someone shared an idea that resonated with me. They were saying that they were doing the savings challenge and they opened a separate bank account outside of their standard bank account. And I don't know why my brain got so old. I guess this is fitting for today's topic. But I was like, oh, I got to go to the bank. I got to drive to the bank. I got to use all this time to put money in this bank. Which bank do I use? Thankfully, I told my husband about the idea, and he is very financially savvy, I should say. He's very interested. He loves doing research. It could be any research. And he told me about the Marcus by Goldman Sachs. It's a high yield savings account. Like the percentage is like 3.75, I think. It is so dope. It is free. 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 FREE peeps. And you can link it up with your personal account, whatever other account you have, where if in the event you do have an emergency, which maybe this account is for that, you can easily transfer it to your account to use as you please. I decided to open it up so then my paycheck portion of it can go directly there. So you set it and you forget it. Y'all remember that infomercial? I be so excited when it's time for me to get paid. I get so excited. And I think the first time that it actually occurred, put a little bit more money in there. And just watching your money grow and not having that weight of the money just sitting there, just staring at me feeling like I gotta do something with it. So hopefully, with you thinking of this, you hearing me, you might actually have the thought or had the thought of opening another account. Y'all, everything is available online. Literally, I will be honest, it was a little challenging when I signed up because apparently I had an account with Marcus Savings account with something I don't even remember. I think it was like a couple years ago. So signing in was a little challenging, but thankfully, the woman who helped me with customer service was so patient. She sat on the phone with me and she helped set it up for me, even though I had done it online, it didn't register in their system. So everything's all good. I check on it every pay period. I don't do it every day because I want to be intentional. I'm really excited about me celebrating me and my new habits that I'm creating. And that's why I'm sharing it with you all because it makes it real and I like it. So, yeah, being able to do this has just reduced so much anxiety and brain energy because it's already done. The remainder of my money is then allocated for my other bills. And I do that through old school, I'm an OG, straight pen and paper. But not for long. Shout out to Rashida Creighton for creating this easeful, this helpful, this bite-sized course titled Navigating Your Relationship with Money. Yo, I told y'all that I am amongst people in the Jackson Word Collective and the Community Business Academy, where we are just poured and showered with so many resources. And Rashida came in one day to share her money journey with us. And also she shared this gift of us being able to take this course. And she was so open and honest and real. And hearing her story, hearing her story is allowing me to put myself into perspective of none of our journeys are perfect in any aspect of our lives, money, career, relationships. And we tend to think we're on our own and we tend to think we are behind the eight ball and that everyone else is ahead of us. Everyone else has it figured out. And in reality, we're now opening up just a tiny bit. You don't have to tell everybody like, oh, y'all, I'm broke. I only have $10 in my account and I'm waiting to get paid tomorrow. You don't have to say that. Just like I want to be more curious about being able to handle my money. I want to be more curious about being able to have these conversations with people I love and trust. And then maybe expanding that to quote unquote strangers. A little caveat here. I was in a meeting, a company meeting. I think it was last week. And someone said something about what would you do if you were on a plane ride and there was someone sitting next to you? Would you have a long conversation with them or would you not want to have a conversation with them? And someone mentioned like a stranger. And the woman was like, I don't see anybody as a stranger. And I was like, oh, perspective. Okay. That resonated with me. And I say all that to say, if you have these thoughts of I don't tell strangers my business, I don't tell other people my business, cool. That is your prerogative. Is that allowing you to get to where you want to go? Is that allowing you to actually receive assistance, resources, insight, perspective? If yes, all right, keep doing you. But back to this navigating your relationship with money. This is a self-paced, it's 4 series and they're like 20 minutes long. They're a video and it's super, super light homework that digs in deeper of why you are where you are, which is raising your awareness. It uncovers your abilities to take action, peeps, whatever that action is. Maybe you want to save. Maybe you don't want to have heart palpitations when your spouse or partner speaks about money. So once you commit to yourself and the journey through the homework, it allows you to apply what you've learned and put that learning into action. She also provides additional resources, y'all, plethora. You just rain on me. It's so much. But the resources provided are there to support you through your money journey thereafter the course. And it's extremely reasonably priced, y'all. How much do you think all of this is? What's the number just popped in your head? Was it 500? 250? 100? I'm not even going to tell you. The question you want to ask is, if I ignore my current actions, will I be able to do the things I keep dreaming about, I keep thinking about? When I make up an excuse in my head, like, it's going to be too expensive, I don't have the time, I'm so bad with money, who will save you if you're running into the shit yourself? Like, literally, you are like, throw me into the shit. I'm bad with money. It's too expensive. I don't have the time. This is a resource. And before I actually share this, I want you to think, and I want you to feel, and I want you to experience that you deserve this resource. You deserve this. Now, are you saying you're not worthy of it? Are you saying it's not the right time? What excuses are you telling yourself? We all do it. And it may not be about money, but it could be about other things in our lives. So, peeps, trust yourself to be curious. Do not listen to the voice in your head that has you reacting. Instead, breathe. Take a moment before responding. Trust the part that's in your gut. Trust the feeling you have in your chest or your throat, maybe your palms. But trust that part of your body that's piqued with curiosity, because you're ready. You are ready. You're here. So go ahead and find more about the course that I spoke of. Just visit killingsuperwoman.co, C-O, not com. Do not type in com, but type in killingsuperwoman.co and click on the menu at the top. Choose coaching, and then scroll to the bottom where the button says sign up for the course. And you'll be able to see the price and watch your jaw just drop. And just take a peek into what your brain comes up with. Maybe it's silence. Maybe it is an excuse. Oh, you don't have time for that. How long is it going to take? I told y'all it's four short videos, and they're self-paced. Again, killingsuperwoman.co. Go to the top of the menu, click coaching, scroll to the bottom where it says sign up for the course. I finished the course. I took mad notes and I shared them with my husband, and we're moving forward with one of the many resources. So Rashida shared this resource. It's in combination with our efforts. So we're going to actually create something where we can see each other's budget sheets, what we have to spend, so we're not in the dark. And it's killing that shame, it's killing that doubt, it's killing my thoughts of, I used to make so much more money, now I'm making so much less money. That shit is dead. I'm not doing that. I don't want to do that anymore. So we're progressing together, and we're normalizing the conversation about money doubts, money insecurities, money plans, money growth, and just everything, so much more. So stay tuned, peeps, okay? For today's episode 68, Unstuck Yourself in Aging. Woo-hoo! Let's begin with a moment of double CP. It's been a minute since we did double CP, which is for crystal clear purposes. What are the purposes of this episode? Number one, What does aging mean to you? Number 2, being accountable for the things you have influenced to change. And number 3, how does it feel? How does it feel to age? All right? Let's get into what it looks, or better yet, what it feels like to age first. Definition of aging: process of growing old. What the fuck? What definition is that? And then my curious brain went into, what does it mean to be old? Having to live for a long time. All right. Okay. Let me be the first to tell you, I don't even want to have this conversation. It took me a minute to even type up these damn notes. It took me a while to even come to the acceptance that I am aging. So who else is with me? Because this is some bullshit. Like, if I don't talk about it, it's not real. My body is saying otherwise. And then the only reason I'm doing this is because not doing this is trash. And even though I'm a certified professional coach, I'm also a human being, damn it. So I still have these thoughts of like, let's shove that shit under on that carpet. Put it under the couch too. And then just throw the shit in the basement. Like, what are we doing? I am aging. I am. We all are. And we've been doing it since the day we were born. But we call it growing. We didn't say that a baby is aging. We see that the baby is now crawling. Huh. Normally you see a baby, you're holding, now they're crawling. You're like, oh my gosh, now the baby can walk. Oh, you're growing so fast. We don't say that baby crawling now, that baby aging. That baby talking, that baby's aging. So what the fuck? That is a bomb drop. What? Come on. That thought just dropped into my brain. Like, thank you, homies. I receive you. Just FYI, I call my angels homies. So I just unstuck myself just like that, like fast, quick, in a hurry, where I did not want to have this conversation. I did not want to be those people who are like, oh, I'm getting old. My knees. My knees are good. Or like, oh, my back is straight. And yet I am seeing shifts in my growth, change in my body. Shout out to me. Unstuck it myself because I'm a human. All right. For those who don't feel that shit, that's cool. We're going to move on to our first double CP. What does aging mean to you? Take a moment. For some people, it could be friendships changing. It could be you have reached this point in your life, in your career, where you are loving it. And then the day comes and you're hating it. And you're like, ah, shit. If everything goes as well and as planned as I hope so, and I'm here for another 50, 60 years, do I want to still be doing this? Or recognizing like we're moving past the point of the midway point of we might be in our 50s and 60s, and we're like, yo, I just lived most of my life already. Where am I at now? It's real. And aging for some could be physical, where your face is changing, your eyes are changing, your hair is changing. The food, you used to be able to eat whatever the fuck you wanted. And now you're being more conscious or feeling like you have to be more conscious. Or your clothes aren't fitting you the same way. Or this outfit that you love or this style that you used to have was on point. Now you're like, I don't like this anymore. It's not for me to decide for you. What does aging mean to you? And being able to think about that question. Maybe you've never even asked yourself that. Maybe that word doesn't even resonate with you like it don't resonate with me. I'm growing. I'm growing. And so are you. And you deserve this time to kind of sit with that. Or maybe you don't want to. That's cool too. But that allows us to move on to the double CP number 2, being accountable for the things you have influenced to change. Just like I just did with changing the word aging to growing. I got that. No one can tell me I can't use growing instead of aging. I just did it. I'm growing. And I did it again. I am growing beautifully. Did it again. Fuck out of here. You can too. You don't have to identify with yourself as aging, you getting old, your knees ain't gonna work no more. Like, you don't have to do that. It's a word. You can use it how you want to. Forget the noise of saying that aging because everybody else is saying it and I gotta say it. You ain't gotta do nothing but be you. What are some things that you could be accountable for that has you feeling differently than think about aging? Maybe it's reflecting on what you've already accomplished and what you're in the midst of accomplishing. And that had you not grown, maybe you wouldn't be at this point. Had you not experienced life, maybe you wouldn't be able to dream of what you want to do next. Those are some things that you could be accountable for to influence the change that you want to use to unstuck yourself in the thought or in the feeling of I'm aging. And last, we'll easily remember the double CP. How does it feel to grow? I ain't using another word. Keep in mind, your body is speaking to you. And being able to answer the first question to yourself of what does aging mean to me? And how can I be accountable for the things that I can change? I'm continuously growing. That is a fact. Living is a gift. Us being here on this earth is a gift. What do I want to do with it? How do I feel about my ability to make the changes? How do I feel about choices? How do I feel about looking for the choices, seeking out the choices, or asking for the perspective of other people like myself who has now flipped the game around and now I feel more confident and comfortable and frankly, I feel lighter and hopeful for the growth that I continuously get to go through. Because let's keep it real, all right? When we ask, how does it feel? Before this moment in me recording, I didn't like the way my belly felt when I would sit down and I had a cute pair of jeans on. Asking myself, how does it feel? I don't like how it feels. So I don't wear low rise jeans. It doesn't feel good. Why would I subject myself to that? So I'm definitely rocking some mid rise or high rise jeans because it feels good. I feel relaxed. Hunch over and not give a shit and not feel uncomfortable. Sometimes I don't like wearing a bra. It doesn't feel good. How does it feel to grow into this body that you have been blessed with? Maybe you're able to walk on both of your legs. Maybe you're not. Maybe you're able to work out the way you used to, and maybe you're not. How are you growing into this change? I used to do CrossFit for years. And even when I did CrossFit, I thoroughly enjoyed the work. I did not like the strength training portion. I would always say it, but I would do it because I paid my money. Actually, let me take that back. I didn't always do it. Sometimes I would skip out on it and just talk to people. Because look, that's one thing Crystal gonna do. She gonna talk. And I really leaned into the workout. I like being active. And I also didn't like driving to the city when I lived 30 minutes away to go work out. So I had to make a change. It didn't feel good driving back and forth, trying to find a class that fits in with my schedule. I'm paying a lot of money. So I changed along with the growth of how my life grew into a different literal location so that it felt easeful when I worked out. I'm playing pickleball now. Well, not everyone. People have said it's for old people. Dope. That's cool. I know this is fun. I know how it feels to have fucking fun. Pole dancing, shit is hard. It's fun. It's challenging, and that's exciting. And that's what CrossFit reminded me of. It was very challenging, but I could feel my body being active and getting stronger. How does it feel to think about you growing, not getting old? So now that you're recognizing like, oh, I'm growing, I know what it feels like. You are putting your power to purpose. And how does it feel to do that? We're not like everybody else. So why do we keep forcing that shit on ourselves? Throwing it on ourselves, just like, Now we're just sitting in shit. We are mad that shit is on us. When we did this to ourselves. You did this. Come on. Stand up. Shake that shit off. Go wash your ass with some new words. You're growing. You are growing. The homie that's listening, you're growing. Ma'am, you're growing. Peeps, you're growing. And I'm loving it. I'm so glad I did this episode, even though I didn't want to do it. Oh, this is so dope. So take what resonated with you and release what didn't in our moments of double CP. Again, number 1, what does aging mean to you? Number 2, being accountable for the things that you have influenced to change. And number 3, how does it feel to grow instead of age? In closing, I like flaws, but I feel more comfortable around people who have them. I myself am made of entirely of flaws, stitched together with good intentions. Quote by Augustine Burroughs. Remember, stuck moments appear when awareness is feared. Instead, unstuck yourself here. Fly free, peeps. See you next week. Bye. Now go grow. Go grow.